Hey, this is Pastor Laf. Thanks for joining me today. We're in Psalm chapter 64, beginning in verse 1. We looked at it yesterday, but didn't get very far. We'll see what happens today. Verse 1, Hear my voice, O God, in my meditation. Preserve my life from fear of the enemy. Hide me from the secret plots of the wicked, from the rebellion of the workers of iniquity, who sharpen their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, bitter words, that they may shoot in secret at the blameless. Suddenly they shoot at him and do not fear. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They talk of laying snares secretly. They say, Who will see them? They devise iniquities. We've perfected a shrewd scheme. Both the inward thought and the heart of man are deep. But God shall shoot at them with an arrow. Suddenly they shall be wounded. So he will make them stumble over their own tongue. All who see them shall flee away. All men shall fear and shall declare the work of God, for they shall wisely consider his doing. The righteous shall be glad in the Lord and trust in him, and all the upright in heart shall glory. We covered verse 1 yesterday, so let's see if we can get past one verse. David's speaking again, and I'm sure you know what this feels like. But again, let's look at verse 2 and 3. Hide me from secret plots, from the rebellion of workers of iniquity, people who are always up to something to overthrow, to mess things up. Now, David was a leader. He was a king. And whenever you take a leadership role, and it really doesn't matter, you could be a supervisor at your job, you could be a leader of a ministry at church, there is always a target on your back the minute you take the leadership role. People will always look at ways, because there are some who think they should be there instead of you. There are some who just think you don't deserve to be there at all. Some who just want to cause you problems. But people will do that, and people who will be against you. It's going to be your life. If you don't want conflict from people, then stay in the background and don't ever do anything. Try not to get out front. Stay hidden. You'll be fine. You won't ever accomplish anything. You'll be depressed as all get out, but at least no one will dislike you. You say, well, I'll be like Jesus. Then you'll be crucified. Then you'll be lied about. Then you'll be accused, and you'll be brought before the judge. People will devise your death. You see, being like Jesus doesn't mean that everything gets better and everything's fantastic and everything's over. Being like Jesus means that you're going to have to deal with the things that Jesus dealt with. People will despise you, and it's a fact. Hide me from secret plots, from the rebellion of workers who sharpen their tongue like a sword. Notice it's their tongue. And bend their bows to shoot their arrows. What are their arrows? Bitter words. You know what that feels like. You know what? Maybe you've been an archer at times. I know that I have. I'm not proud of it, but I have to admit to it. I have at times been an archer, the one who shot the arrows. You may have been an archer at times. Recognize that your words are like a sharpened sword, and they will pierce the heart of the person that you speak against. And if you think, they're not going to find out, they won't know, things have a way of coming out. I encourage you this morning to examine your own heart first. Before complaining to the Lord, Father, they're against me, and they're bitter words, and they're hurting me, and all the things they're saying. Lord, do something. Maybe we need to first say, Lord, help me to keep my mouth. Help me to guard my lips. I don't want to cut down my coworkers. I don't want to speak badly about people I go to school with. I don't want to have a horrible tongue and just rip people to shreds, giving them a piece of my mind, like we like to say. Father, help me to speak words of life, because those are the words that Jesus spoke. Even in correction, Jesus spoke words of life. When that happens, then I think it enables us to be able to say, Lord, now help us too. We're not just getting payback, but Father, we're being persecuted. Defend us. The Lord is good today. Spend some time today blessing Him, honoring Him. He deserves it. And you know what? He's looking forward to hearing from you. God bless you. Thanks for joining me today. Bye-bye.